Hi, my name is Anika. I always thought I knew my mom until the day she disappeared without a single explanation. My mom always believed in check-ins, backup plans, and leaving notes on the fridge, even if she was only gone for an hour. Growing up, she always said, if anything happens, people should know where to start looking. So when she sent a single text that just said, I need you to stay with Aunt Lena for a bit, I'll explain later. No emoji, no punctuation. I felt a cold drop settle in my stomach. I was 16, old enough to notice when adults were lying by omission. Aunt Lena lived in a quiet coastal town where everything smelled like salt and old wood. Her house sat too close to the water, like it was slowly being claimed by the tide. She hugged me tightly when I arrived, but she didn't meet my eyes. That's when I knew she knew more than she was saying. At first, life there felt suspended in time. No school for a week until things settled. No social media posts. Aunt Lena asked me not to tag locations. I told my friends I was visiting family. That wasn't a lie, it just wasn't the whole truth. Every night, I called my mom. Every night, it went to voicemail. Aunt Lena always found an excuse to leave the room when I tried. She'll call when she can, she kept saying. Your mother's always been careful. Careful was one word for it. I started noticing small things. Papers tucked into drawers that didn't belong to Aunt Lena. A locked box under her bed. A notebook filled with dates and names in my mom's handwriting. One evening, I finally asked the question that had been sitting in my throat for days. What aren't you telling me? Aunt Lena, like she'd been waiting for it. Your mom asked me to keep you out of it. Out of what? She leaned back in her chair, looking older than I'd ever seen her. Your mother didn't always live the life you know. That was how it started. She told me about the years before I was born. The work my mom did that required aliases and burner phones. The people she helped expose. The ones who never forgave her for it. She walked away when she had you, Aunt Lena said softly. Or at least, she tried to. The idea that my ordinary, careful mom had once lived a life full of secrets felt unreal. Like hearing your teacher used to be a criminal. So where is she now? I asked. Aunt Lena didn't answer right away. She's finishing something she hoped she'd never have to touch again. That night, I dreamed of waves crashing endlessly against the shore, pulling everything down with them. Days passed, then weeks. I stopped pretending everything was fine. One afternoon, I found my mom's voice on an old voicemail saved on Aunt Lena's phone. It wasn't meant for me. If anything happens, my mom said, voice tight, promise me you won't tell her the whole story unless you have to. I listened to it 3 times. That's when it hit me. This wasn't about protecting me from danger. It was about protecting me from knowing. The call finally came at 2:17 a.m. I answered before the second ring. I'm okay, my mom said immediately. She sounded exhausted but alive. I'm so sorry. I didn't yell, I didn't cry. I just said, you don't get to disappear from my life and call that protection. There was a long silence. You're right, she said. I was trying to hold on to who you used to be. And who was that? A kid who didn't need to know how fragile everything is. She came home 2 days later. She looked the same, but something in her had shifted, like a door that had finally closed behind her. She told me what she could. Not everything, but enough. Enough for me to understand that adults don't become mysterious overnight. They carry their past quietly, hoping it won't catch up. And sometimes, loving someone means letting them see the parts of you that aren't clean or simple. I don't know if I'll ever fully understand the choices my mom made. But now, when my phone rings, she always answers. And somehow, that means everything.